What's up?
Hi.
How's things? All right?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Good, good. Can you hear me all right? Yeah?
Yeah. So can you hear me okay?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks so much for joining.
No, bother.
I'm
No,
delighted. Get the scoop on your new professional fighting career.
I'm telling you, it's going well. Crow Park job.
Listen, those pre-sale tickets are nearly sold out.
Telling you. It's like, I think there's only like 20 left now, but they're going for a fiver, so they're going quick.
Have you been surprised by the reaction that video is after getting?
Yeah, it was surprising. It was like, well, obviously with John in it, like, it was kind of like just bounce, that way.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, it went well, like, really enjoyed it, that way.
Were you shitting yourself?
Well, I was when I walked in. I was a bit like, "No way, I'm in SPG. This is mad." And then there was actually real fighters in the octagon training, and I was like, "I'm gonna be like that one day."
Well, listen, dream big.
Imagine.
Have you actually trained? Have you done anything
No,
yourself? Like, no.
no, no way,
Or would you be
man.
not into it?
That like I like watching it, but like I wouldn't have the attributes for that at all. Can't even climb a wall, like couldn't even climb on the octagon to do the pose over the.
Oh, we all thought you were taking the piss. I heard you
Oh,
got over that no bother.
yeah, right, with a bunty.
Do you know
El Ca-
what? Oh, wait, it was.
I said El Cavo gave us a bunty up the octagon.
Love it. Well, yeah, thanks so much for coming on. I had well, obviously when I put up the thing about who everyone wants me to get on and to chat to, you were in there.
I was in,
Um,
in the mix, yeah.
in the mix. So yeah, I'm delighted that you graced us with your presence of it this Saturday evening.
It's my pleasure. Sure, what else would we be doing?
Well, how are you getting on in the middle of this mad scenario that we're in?
It's mad, like can't like obviously now since last night since 12, like you just have to stay indoors, like
Yeah,
so it's just been doing nothing, like that way, just
yeah.
planning.
Would you find that it's like, can you get creative in like being made to sit in and like sat down and like what
Yeah,
way do you do things when you're making your videos? Like, do you write down the sketches or do you just like play around with the camera and just see what comes out?
well, normally I'd just kind of hit record, but like it would be kind of bullet pointed,
Yeah,
for some topics and stuff like that, where like say like a scenario or whatever, I kind of just get the bullet points down and go from there rather than just kind of scripting everything.
yeah.
Do you
Because
know
it's
that way?
funny because a lot of people like think that you've only started in the last couple of months, but you've been doing it years, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing it since like probably like 2013 or something,
Yeah.
2012. So it's a long time. It's kind of only just kind of hitting the waters now though.
What do you put it down to? Like, do you reckon that it's just the quality of the comedy has gotten better, or like
Yeah,
what do you put it down to?
I just progression with age and stuff like that. Kind of
Yeah.
like
How old are you
sh
now?
27.
Oh, you're pushing it.
I'm pushing on nearly 30. People say I only look about 23 though.
Yeah, I would
So
have given you 22.
22, yeah, 19 even. No, but yeah, you kind of just grow up like that way and kind of explore different ways of coming across to people online and stuff. Whereas years ago would have been just kind of like you naive and kind of just testing it and seeing what it
Yeah.
was like. And now it's more like kind of mapped out, like, that kind of way.
Yeah, do you feel like you have a little bit more focus now or something, is it?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I'll just do this and bang, that way. I get it done,
Yeah.
like.
I remember seeing God, it must be like a year or two ago. You were doing like prank calls with someone. Like I remember
Yeah,
seeing a prank call with it was ring someone about a wardrobe, and I always remember it because I broke my shit laughing. I must actually, it's still out. Is it on YouTube?
I don't think so. I'm not too sure. That was
I just
years ago.
remember years
That's
ago.
like,
I remember seeing it and
yeah,
like be and absolutely being nasty. It was like a prank call where you rang and some woman, the guy that you're with was asking her like, could you fit two people in it or something, and she was like, what? But it was gas. It was really really good.
yeah, yeah. I remember that was like, I think it was my friend's ma or something like that. You rang.
No
Is
way,
it? Well,
really.
I think so. We've done a few. Like it was just random, stupid kid shit.
So
Let's prank call people.
how did you get onto this? Like, was comedy something that you've always wanted to do, or was it just something that naturally happens? Like, how did you get into doing all this?
I think it was just kind of a kind of progression of my personality as a person, and kind of just watching stuff for years, like that kind of way, and always had a kind of funny bone to do something, but never really knew what to do.
Yeah,
And social media has just been a good friend, like that way to put
yeah.
that shit out there, like, and just have a laugh, like
Absolutely.
that way.
Like immediately the first person that comes to mind, like when we look at like Al Foran, Tony Cantwell, all these people that are doing like and now actually have careers out of just starting
Yeah,
doing like Instagram videos or whatever, you know?
yeah, that's it. Like I think it can, like if you put enough out there, like you can definitely get somewhere with it. Obviously, like proof is in the pudding with Al and stuff and
Yeah.
Tony, like, but yeah, I think like I definitely have a few things lined up to like explore like now with live shows and stuff like that when all this mad shit ends, if it ends.
Yeah. So what is the plan for it? Like can you have you announced anything about live shows, like what way it'll be
No,
scripted or anything?
there's no announcement as of yet, but like I'm just kind of writing at the moment, so like
Yeah.
it'll be ready to go as soon as venues open back up and stuff like that, so I can kind of just get out there and just kind of do what I've been doing online, like, but like more story based and yeah, bigger picture with it, no, not just like 15, 20 seconds or a minute long video. Not that
What
way.
in yeah, absolutely. What in your opinion was the video that kind of made everything peak and go a little bit nuts?
I think like when the Sinn Féin stuff, if you're seeing that on
Yeah.
Twitter and stuff,
Of course I
it's like
did.
Mary Lou
Hello, Mary
McDonald.
Lou McDonald
Yeah,
tweeting you like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
weird. It was weird. Swear to God, I was just like, what the fuck? But yeah, just when she was kind of responding to that stuff, I think that kind of got more people over to look at what I was doing, like, and then it just kind of went from there, and then I've just been posting like regularly then since that, and it's just like then the John Kavanagh thing, and then blah blah blah, like it just kind of escalated.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Mary Lou McDonald thing. I remember seeing it and I was like, that's fake. That can't be real. And then I went on and looked at their
Yeah,
Twitter. I was like, couldn't believe it like that. It obviously was so good for you, but it was really fucking good for her as well because it made her
yeah,
just
yeah,
a lot more like accessible to like your age
yeah.
group.
It
Do you
just
know what I mean?
yeah, it made that come across like she's one of our own, that way. Like
Yeah.
we already knew that by the way she acts online and stuff, and obviously the person she is. But like
Yeah.
it came across well for herself, like that people would kind of gravitate towards her as well because she's interacting with people online that are doing stuff, that way.
Yeah,
And
100%.
it was good. It's good to see, like, because you wouldn't see Leo doing that now, would you?
No, you wouldn't square that.
No way.
Although I have
Leo
him
wouldn't
on
be
here
at that.
tomorrow. No, I
You
don't.
are?
I said I have him on tomorrow, but no, I definitely don't.
Oh yeah,
But
he
do you
wouldn't
get
do that for you.
recognized now?
Well, yeah, yeah, I would, yeah, like just being around. All right, Darren, what's story? All right, what's up?
Is it in the
Like
most
that
awkward
kind
of
of thing. Like
places?
just it just be in the shop or anywhere, like X, Y, and Z, anywhere really. Like I don't like obviously I haven't been out in a while with all this stuff going on, but like yeah, just mad shit.
Everyone must be just screaming, "Go on, Ronaldo!" at you at this stage, are they?
Like I haven't even been out that much to even hear that, but like from going with what's being said online and on Twitter and all, it's just like, go on, Ronaldo, everywhere. Go on, Ronaldo. And then that, do you ever just feel real sick? That one as well. And like loads of people are just saying, even in the comments here, it's like, do you ever feel sick?
But
It's just one of
it's
them
so
things.
like I think the reason why people have been so kind of like captivated by what you do and like have become such a fan is because you're like telling stories of like people we know. Do you know what I mean? Like we
Yeah,
all your
yeah,
characters, we all know one of them. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, that's it. It's like you take a bit from everything, that way, and just kind of just put it out there, that way. Just take a character from every scenario and just throw it up and people can relate to it,
Do you ever get anyone being like, is do you ever get anyone of your family or your friends being like, that's me, you're taking the piss out of me there?
Not really, no. Who? No, I haven't actually got anyone like that who has said that that's about me. But maybe they're just too afraid to say it
Yeah, they don't want to
because it
admit
definitely is about them. It is about you. Do you know that kind of?
When you were growing up, like who inspired you? What were you into?
I was just into like kind of sketch based stuff. Like I used to like love PJ Gallagher in Naked Camera and stuff like that. And obviously like the Savage Eye, just character based stuff. Just mad. Like Dave McSavage is mad. Like, do you know that way? Just
Yeah.
that comedy is just the best. Just a
I
mad
actually I
bastard.
do a podcast as well called The First Exchange, and I had PJ
Yeah,
on 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was talking about. I was saying to him, Naked Camera is still my favorite thing to watch
yeah,
on YouTube. Like I find it so
definitely.
funny, and he was talking about how like that came around. Like the guy that had the cameras for that, he bought the cameras to do like a crime documentary thing, and he started filming it,
Yeah.
and criminal, some gangland criminal threatened him and was like, if you put that out, I'm
What?
gonna fucking yeah. So he was like, he shot himself and was like, rang PJ up and he was like, listen, I have all this equipment, we should fucking do something with it. PJ was like, no, that's not going to work at all. And then something happened with PJ, a job that he was promised fell through and he'd nothing coming up. So he rang your man back and was like, right, go on, we'll give it a shot. And literally that week they started filming it, and that was the pilot.
No way. So it
Yeah.
was kind of at the right time, like just out of
Yeah,
nowhere kind of
totally.
thing.
And that was
That's
the whole,
mad.
the conversation was all about that. It was like about how like, we were talking about, do you believe that like you're kind of the universe sort of like sets you up and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he was just like
Just meant to be sometimes.
totally meant to be. Yeah, exactly. He was
Yeah,
like, I couldn't imagine that happening at any other time.
yeah. That's mad. Like it's just yeah, definitely meant to be. Like that show is just iconic. Now even
Yeah.
just in school, just quoting them and then just going around with newspaper doing Jake Stevens and all.
Listen, like
You
how
know, yeah.
many people were just banging newspapers off the back of your head when you were in school and all? Like it was just so
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, it's great.
When
Great
you
stuff.
look at like down the line, future wise, like what would you love? Like if you had a dream scenario, someone said to you in the morning, you can
Yeah.
have whatever, whether it's like sold out touring all over the world or a TV show, or what would you love?
Like I've always like wanted like a sketch show, like the likes of Naked Camera and all that. And just real character based stuff, like different characters in different scenarios and situations that people can relate to.
Yeah,
But once I got that, I'd be chuffed. Like that's another story for another day, isn't it? Like whether that happens or
yeah.
not. I just enjoy what I do now. Like that way. It's just a bit of a laugh, and yeah, it's good. It's grown.
Mm.
Like so you never know. You
Like, do
never
you
know.
get joy out of seeing people being like having that much of a laugh watching your videos? Like, does it make you happy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what you do it for. You do it for like not. I wouldn't say the response. Like you do it for yourself more, for your own whatever you're into. That way. But what were we saying?
Yeah.
What was the question? What was the question?
What would say that again?
What was the question?
Do you enjoy seeing
Oh
people
yeah, yeah,
enjoy what you do? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you
yeah, yeah,
get do you get
yeah.
happiness
I
out
do
of?
enjoy it. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's very enjoyable for people like watching it. That way, like to have an audience there
Yeah,
to be able to say, like go throw up this thing, and it's guaranteed that people are gonna watch it. That way. It's
yeah,
very, very lucky.
100%. So what are you doing? How are you spending your day in like quarantine?
Just writing away, like just writing stuff and watching Netflix. The usual what everyone else is doing and eating in the
What are you
fridge.
watching on Netflix?
I watched what was I watching the other day? I wasn't watching actual Netflix, but I was flicking through. When you watch like flick through, but I was watching The Joker last night again.
Oh, I
Uh,
haven't seen it.
it's like the third time. It's fucking great.
Like the new Joker.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, unreal. You have to give it a watch.
I'll give it a watch.
I was gonna watch that Tiger. What's that new
Oh, I
Tiger
watched it
program?
last night.
Tiger
It's
King. Yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
it's fucking mental.
I'm gonna
Because
watch that tonight.
I done the best thing where I just saw it come up on Netflix and I hadn't seen anything on like Twitter, anyone talking about it. None of my
Yeah,
friends were after watching, and I just watched it not knowing
yeah.
anything, and I was literally like, "What is going on?"
The only
It's
thing I
wild.
know, the only thing I know about is the description on Netflix of what it's about. So like, I'm gonna just take it from that. Like I've seen people saying it's the maddest thing ever. So
Yeah,
showing,
the description doesn't do it any justice. It's
yeah,
mental. Yeah, it's nuts.
I'm gonna have to give it a watch. It's probably like that. What's that other one? Where your man Brendan Dassey and what was the name of it? I can't think of the name. One of them mad jokes as well, where they're locked up for something they didn't do.
Oh,
Uh,
not us. No, what was the name of it?
Someone in the comments has to know the name of it.
Yeah, someone. Let me have a look there. Oprah done the thing afterwards where she interviewed them
Yeah,
all
yeah.
on stage. The thing where it was in the New York uh, park.
Making a murder. That's it. Making a murder.
No, Making a Murder is
That's
your man. That's the guy that's still in jail.
yeah. Sorry, that's what I was talking about.
Oh,
That yeah. That yeah, yeah. No,
I thought
because
you
you
were
were saying.
talking about the black kids. There was like 7 black kids that
Oh
were
yeah,
like
seeing that as
framed for
well. Actually,
murder
yeah,
as well.
yeah, seeing that as well. What's the name of that one? I can't think. Shit with names. But
Yeah,
that was
so many.
great. Like
That was
that
really
was
good,
actually
yeah.
sad, man.
Yeah, it's like it's sad that it's like, their lives,
Just
what's
gone.
happening in
Like
their lives is
yeah,
it's actually ongoing, and we're like sitting back with like a fucking beer, going, oh, this is
yeah,
a great
yeah,
program.
yeah. It's mad.
Do you dabble in any of that shite like Love Island or
No,
Love is
O-
Blind?
only when only when the missus has it on.
Yeah, you're
Just be like,
secretly enjoying it like that.
I'm just like this. The telly's over, just like that. So just watch it. This part is great. Like they jump in the pool. What?
What does your girlfriend think of all this and everything that's going on at the moment?
Yeah, she's like the most supportive out of anyone, that way. She like brings me from A to B. Anytime I need to go anywhere, she sorts it out. And it's just great, like big help.
Do you like when you write like your sketches and stuff, do you ever go to her or to anyone else and be like, can I tell you this, or try it out on
Yeah,
them and then see if it works?
I'd always show her like a video before I post it. Not all the time. But like say sometimes just like say, is that even good? Like, do you know that way?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
she'd be like, yeah, just post it. It's funny, like another way. But we that's over there. You said on Deadly, Amy. There you go. But yeah, I'd show her them, and then like she'd be like, yeah, post that, or then say like, oh, don't post that. It's a bit weird. Like then I just post that anyway.
Did you ever post something and then regret it and be like, why did I post that?
Not really, no. No, not at all. Actually, like I always kind of like gather what's going on before I do it. That way, because sometimes you kind of lose the plot a bit and start wandering with stuff, and you're like, okay, that's not politically correct.
Yeah.
But then it's all about not being politically correct
Well, that's
to
it. You
get
know
the
what I mean?
point
We're
across.
kind of like, I think for your genre, like comedy, you can kind of get away with a
Yeah,
lot more than you can in just like, regular area of the media or whatever. I
yeah,
think, because, and it's a bit difficult at the moment, I imagine, because everyone's offended with everything. Or if
yeah,
something offends someone somewhere, do you know what I mean?
yeah. That's it. Like, but so what? Like, it's nothing to their life, that way, or you're not like specifically tagging someone or anything in your video. It's just what you think is funny, that way, or
Yeah.
what you think is a good story to tell. But like, I don't really have a button to stop me either. Do you know that way?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I would know, obviously, you can't say certain stuff. Like you say, oh, right, you definitely can't say that. But there's stuff where it's be like, yeah,
Has
say it.
has that ever happened? Have you ever put out something and someone was like really offended, or people were like, you should take that down?
No, not really. Maybe years ago, like when I was doing like weirder videos about hash and stuff like that. People like, my uncle's like that. You can't be doing that. My uncle smokes that shit and he's fucked. He's in his bedroom. He's stuck in the bedroom.
Fucking hell. Well, I wonder is he still there?
He's definitely still in his bedroom smoking hash. Don't be doing that, me uncle. That's me uncle, like. Fuck off.
Where did you grow up?
In me house.
Gas.
I'm only joking. No, just in the hood, Finglas, Compton. You know
Oh
what I
no
mean?
way, love it.
Still here. Still here. Our Rings End is actually Compton of Europe, isn't it?
Don't know.
With
Well,
Coolio.
Cas
Coolio
Wellington,
done a song and
Eskimo Supreme would have you believe that it is, yeah.
Yeah, Rings End is the comp the Euro
Do you
comp.
ever, do you
So
ever, do anyone ever ask you to get into music? Do a bit of rapping?
do a bit of rapping. I
Yeah.
love rap. Do you know? I actually love rap. I'd be able to spit a few bars 100%.
I'd say you would. I'd say you would.
Yeah.
What do you listen to? What rapper is he into?
I'm into like obviously Eminem,
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator, uh, old stuff like Big L and all that. You know,
Lovely.
all the old stock, NWA, the whole lot. The generic.
Did you watch it? What's the
Yeah, I'm about to get a phone call there. I'm just gonna turn. Sorry, 2 seconds.
is it is it your ma? Let me have a look at all these comments. Do you guys have any questions? And I'll ask Darren them for you. That's okay. Is it your
Put
ma?
me. Now it's me, mate.
Oh.
That's the fella stuck in the gaff, smoking the hash. But
Someone just said.
yeah,
But yeah,
where
so
were we?
old school hip hop. That's what you're kind of
Yeah,
listening.
all them beats, all them good beats. None of that trap, bang bang shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm 35, so I
Are
definitely
you?
don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so I definitely don't listen to any of that bollocks.
Yeah. Jeez, I didn't think you were 35. Fair play.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm old.
You
Been
only
doing,
looked
but
you only look 20.
go on, kids. Been doing this a while.
Telling you, Jesus.
So, do you actually? We go back to the MMA stuff. Do you
Yeah,
watch? Like, would you be a fan of the sport, or
I'm not like ever since like McGregor came on the scene. I just started watching it. Probably like most people in Ireland.
you met Connor, haven't you?
I met him once. Yeah, that was a fucking surreal moment.
Where did you meet him?
I met him in town in a nightclub.
No way.
Yeah, and I was like, "What's up?" No, but man, he knew me. Like, you know that way.
Fuck off.
He was
No
like,
way.
"I know you. How do I know you?" And I was like, "I just the old Facebook and all." And he was like, "Yeah, I do know you." You know that way. And then he was just
Yeah.
like, I was like, "Yeah, keep her up, man," and all. Do you know what I mean? And blah blah blah. And then that was it.
How long ago was that?
Probably like 3 years ago now.
Unreal.
It was when he was fighting Mayweather. Just a couple of weeks after that.
Deadly.
Was that 3 years ago? Yeah. Would have
Yeah, it
been.
would have been
Yeah,
a couple of
yeah,
years ago, all right. But Connor is very good for remembering people. He
yeah,
does have very good memory and
yeah. He's
remembering who
just
you
like,
are and stuff.
yeah, he's like ourselves. You know the way. It's just a normal bloke,
Ah,
really.
yeah, just a normal bloke. Just a normal bloke. Few mil in the bank,
Ah, yeah, sure. Like,
but just like
I
us.
have 15 euro. He has 55
But
million or whatever million.
what's a couple million in a difference, eh?
I'm telling
um, what like other than obviously Connor, Mary Lou, who's been like the maddest person who's gotten in touch to say like I love your videos that you were like what the fuck?
you. Probably the Rubber Bandits
No
for me.
way,
Like, was
blind boy.
yeah, Blind
Sick.
Boy. Yeah, idol, absolute idol. Do you know that person you grow up watching, like with the music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But like he's always been supportive, like down through the years. You know that way. That's another one. Lewis Capaldi replied to a tweet on me, Twitter,
No
but
way.
like it wasn't a video of me or anything to do with me. Like it was me mate done a cover of his song while he was sitting on the toilet, and he was just like doing a botched version of it, like really bad on purpose. And Lewis Capaldi replied. I think he said something like art or gifted or something like that.
No
And I was
way.
like, he has a gifted voice or something. It was weird.
Have you ever done impressions, like celebrity impressions?
We used to do a few years ago, like, but I kind
Did
of
it not
stopped when
work, or why did you
I
decide to
just
stop?
I just stopped when Al Foran came along and blew everyone out of the water.
But you know what's funny about like I remember when Al started and he was really good,
Yeah,
but he was nowhere near as good as he is now. Like it just goes to show you
progression.
how progression like is so real. Do you know what I mean?
think I'm kind of breaking up here. 2 seconds.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me look at this.
Turned off my shit Virgin Media Wi-Fi.
But yeah, progression with
Where,
Al, like
where were we?
now, like we're
Yeah.
talking about Al and progression of like his what would you say, like his skits, his sketches, his
Yeah,
impressions?
sketches, yeah. He's class.
I remember the same thing. It's like it's kind of one of those things where like when it's people from like home that are doing their thing and doing well, you're kind of like
Yeah.
watching them from afar where you go like, oh, they're doing really great. And then I remember one day I seen something and like Rio Ferdinand and all was commenting on his like Instagram and being like, this is
Yeah.
hilarious and tagging people in it, like just crazy.
Yeah, man, he gets some traction. Like there's some names in the mix there with himself, like even Floyd Mayweather on the stage and all. But he deserves every second of it. Like
Yeah.
that's a gift. Like to be able to impersonate a person so precisely.
Yeah, because it's just such small little details that make it
Yeah,
so realistic.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And he's worked, again, it's the same thing where people think that he just started and, you know, was doing this a couple of months and now he's like really, really famous or whatever, or he gets loads of
yeah,
views, but he's been doing it for years, for
yeah.
so long.
He's doing it as long as I'd be doing it. Like just that I kind of fell off the wagon with it. I didn't really
Yeah.
pursue it. Like, but
Are you glad? Was there ever a moment where you were like, it's not working, I'm going to pack it in?
yeah, like that happened like two years ago or something, or maybe even a year and a half ago. It's just like it's not real point in doing this. There was no real like the videos I was doing just wasn't doing it. Not that way. I was just like, oh, this is just repetitive. Like you need to map this out and come back. Like, and then I was just going to just one day just start posting stuff again, and it was just different. That way. There was just
Yeah.
different things to talk about. Like I think the most important thing is like be yourself throughout it. That way, and kind of use your own voice and stuff, and just go for it. Like,
What's your favorite video of yours or your favorite sketch?
probably the Air Max bubble one. It's the one
What's
where
the Air Max one?
it's on it's deep down on the Instagram or it's on Facebook or something. It's on YouTube as well. But I got my cousin. I got this idea like to do a video where people were, like people that wear 270 Air Max runners. Like I'd wear them myself. Like, but the idea was the bubble on it so big that why you buy them is because you're brainwashed by it. And like it was just like thing. And then like I was brainwashing my cousin, and I was like, look at the bubble on it, and he's like. I was like, become the bubble, and he's just like sitting there, like looking at it. But it's hard to explain, like. But
I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for
yeah,
it.
if you watch it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. That was definitely the best one I done anyway. I think that I like the most. And then the John Cabinet one is just gold for myself.
Really?
Like just
Yeah,
to
totally.
have him on board or something like that is just amazing. Like
Yeah, fair play to him for getting involved.
yeah, he's sound as a pound.
Absolutely. If someone was like watching and they were like, I might be interested in that. Like, who would you love? 3 people that you would love to do a similar thing like what you've done with John with. Who would it be?
Would love to do a sketch with Dave McSavage and PJ Gallagher and Seth Rogen. Fuck it.
Yeah, dream
Throw it
big.
out. Throw it out. That's
Put it
never gonna
out
happen,
there.
but fuck it.
Someone screen
Yes.
record this and send it to Seth Rogen.
And then he's like, who's that? That was a shit impression. That was
It
really
was.
bad.
It was really bad.
Sorry, Al Foran about that. Sorry about that.
Are you final question before I keep you all night? I know you're probably heading out, are you?
Yeah,
Have you somewhere to
going
be?
down. I'm going down to the fucking pub for a few points. It's thinking
I'm
of going
going
to
to the little
Dicey's.
kitchen.
Going to Dicey's, I am. Fuck it.
How are you finding like all the sort of media attention?
I just taking it for what it is, really. That way. Just letting it grow and just keep posting away. Don't really get caught up in it. I just kind of turn the phone off on the post and.
But do you get, because a lot of people when they are kind of thrust into the spotlight like this, the way you have, when they have to do stuff like this or radio interviews
Yeah,
or, TV interviews or whatever it is, it kind of freaks them out a little bit because they're like,
yeah,
oh, I was in my room recording a video 10 minutes ago and now I'm on fucking the Late Late Show.
yeah. Jeez, imagine that. I'm more reserved, like, in that way. Like, the person I portray in my videos is a character. It's not
Yeah.
that way. And I think people kind of probably think he's a mad bastard. He's fucked, like, not that way. But
Yeah.
in hindsight, it's not. I'm just normal, like, not that way. Just
Yeah.
happen to do that as a laugh, like, it's not that way.
Well, I absolutely do. Well, I must say thank you very much for taking the time
No bother at all.
to come and do this. I
Anytime.
really appreciate.
No worries. Anytime.
And when we're back to normal, you know, living, we'll do something again. Maybe come in
Yeah,
and
yeah.
do come into the studio for the First Exchange podcast, and we'll do like a proper sit down podcast.
One-on-one
Proper,
podcast. Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Because
I
the
will do.
my Mount Joy Wi-Fi is fucking shit.
You're literally just like a little squares right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
But listen, thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking the time out.
No worries.
And enjoy the
Appreciate
rest of
it.
quarantine.
You too. Keep safe. That's the
Yeah,
main
you
thing.
too,
Right.
mate. Thanks so
Right.
much.
See
See
you
you
after. Right.
soon. Bye,
Peace.
bye, bye, bye.
Right.
Bye, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights. And don't